A seasoned actor. What is a seasoned actor? Well, there are some people who go into acting who have just begun their career. They've just barely begun it. And things happen, something drops behind them, and they respond to it. A seasoned actor would obviously hear that thing that dropped behind them, but they would continue going on like nothing happened. And the audience or the camera in front of them wouldn't know, because they have had experiences where they know how to handle the things that go wrong. And when you start out acting, there are a lot of awkward moments. There are a lot of waiting for somebody else to say their line. There are a lot of, oh my gosh, I just forgot my line. There are a lot of oopses. And it is amazing, the professional people, when they have really gone into that profession of acting, they know how to respond, and they respond with grace and fluidity, and they don't let the people watching them feel uncomfortable because something happened. And there is an art to that. When something happens and you pull a face, it kind of makes the people watching you feel a little bit, oh, that was bad. What is bad is responding that way. So becoming a seasoned actor is what I want you to learn how to become. And what am I talking about? Well, we're talking about the stage of life. And we literally are on this stage of life. Our feet are planted and we are interacting and we are living the play. We are living the movie. We are creating our own environment. And we do that by how we feel about people. We do that by what we say. And we do that by how we respond to every situation. Every single situation. And if you are one who is prone to respond quickness, with curtness, without caring, gotta work on that. We really have to work on that, because a seasoned actor would realize, okay, this is one of those situations. And then they would say, okay, I know exactly how to manipulate it so whatever just happened doesn't blow up into a full-blown fire. It's interesting because I heard this observation and I took it as a quote into my mind, because I really like quotes actually. They do something. You can look back on them and they can inspire you and remind you what life is about and some of the things that really matter. But this person who said this said, I don't think you ever become a seasoned actor by rehearsing. And I thought about that and I thought, how fascinating. Because you can rehearse and rehearse and rehearse, and you go through the parts, you go through them over and over and over, and you practice them and you get them perfect, and then all of a sudden it's time for the curtains to open, and there you are. And that thing happens where your mind goes blank and the words don't come out, and it is absolutely your time to perform. What do? You freeze. You become completely embarrassed. You start crying. What do? The seasoned actor, when that happens, they do a dramatic pause like it was meant to be. And if that line still doesn't come, then they find a new one. Something that will work. And that is called going with the flow and making your performance stellar. You think the professional actors, the professional people who sing, who do magic, who dance, who perform, you think that it's always perfect? It's rarely perfect. It's rarely perfect. Rarely does something not go wrong. But how can you tell? And that is the key. You can't. You can't tell, because what's going on inside of them, yes, they may think, oh shoot, but what they let you feel is this is exactly how it was supposed to happen. This is exactly what I'm making happen. And there is so much truth in that. And that quote of, I don't think you ever become a seasoned actor by rehearsing, was from Roger Billings. And I have watched him. I have watched him in situations with people, with magic, with a lot of things where sometimes it doesn't seem to be going as perfectly. But how you recover is amazing. And isn't life really about recovering? I think it is. Because we will have hurts, we will have disappointments, we will have things that completely, take the floor out from under us. But how we recover, that is how we become defining of how stellar we are. You're going through that dance move and you completely forget the step, or you mess up, or you go the wrong direction. How you recover and how you do it seamlessly really demonstrates the grasp you have on life. When you have that moment where you had a slip up, where you gave in to something that you really didn't want to do, and you are completely discouraged, how long you stay discouraged is up to you. You can get over it. Get back up on that horse of life, and start riding it. You can get bucked off, you can fall off. I don't care how you fall off the horse. Get back on it. It's a real true principle. If you don't get back on that horse, there's going to be this little piece of fear inside you. I don't want to get back on the horse, because as soon as I get back on, it may happen again, and I have this little fear because I don't like getting bucked off. I don't like falling. Nobody likes it. We fall frequently in this life. Make it a stumble. If you fall, make it look like you meant to do it, and rise back up and go forward. And if it is a pretty big fall, learn from it. Everything you can, and then move on. Become that stellar, that seasoned actor in this life, that whatever comes your way, you handle it with grace. You handle it with dignity. You handle it like, I've got this. Inside, you may be having every single emotion rolling around like, oh my goodness, what am I going to do? And I really don't have this. On the outside, make it comfortable for those around you, and let the people who are watching you on your stage of life be inspired by how you handle these things. Yes, in the biggest, baddest moments, when those villains come and you are scared, how you handle that, goodness, that really portrays what kind of person you are. Be that person on the stage of your life that loves life, that takes it with passion, that learns how to go with the flow, that learns that when something falls behind you, you don't stop. You just keep going, and you make sure every single other actor in your play, in your movie, is part of your life, and it makes an enjoyable, stellar performance. This life of yours is yours, and what performance you put on, that is in your hands. Decide that your performance is going to be magnificent. Your performance is going to be inspiring. Your performance makes people laugh. Your performance draws tears. Your performance is genuine, and your performance is real. Make it real, make it wonderful, and make it inspiring.